Let's jump straight into the second question of case B. Gurpreet. I will read out the question. For the purpose of meeting the expense of the world cruise trip, Gurpreet is willing to allocate a certain amount from his entire equity portfolio, which is shared plus MF plus ELSS, and redeem 20% of the accumulated amount 2 years prior to the trip, then 40% 1 year prior to the trip, and the remaining when the trip is due. The amounts redeemed would be kept in risk free instruments until utilization. What amount should be allocated from the portfolio immediately, right? So the first part of the question will be to solve the future cost of the world cruise trip, right? So for that you will find the trick of solving the future value of the world cruise trip is not in the question but in the case study, right? So if you look in the sixth point of the case study, so I'll read it out. Undertake a world cruise trip with both children on their completing higher education or professional course. The trip costs in US dollars 50,000 per person at current exchange rate of 66.76 INR USD. Average annual rupee depreciation vis-a-vis USD of 2% and cost escalation of the trip at 3% per annum is expected. Okay, so here is an important point, guys. I will just try to point it out. Is here you can see on completing their higher education or professional course. Okay, in the so in the third point, as you can see, send Roshan for higher education abroad after he completes boarding education, right? So here it is not mentioned the cost, the time frame for the higher education for in abroad, whether it is 1 year or 4 years or whatever. But in case of Geet, it's clearly mentioned to send Geet for a fashion technology for a 4 years duration. Here it's mentioned. So we have to assume that the world cruise trip will take place after 8 years. Why 8 years now? Now they immediately are going to boarding school, right? In the first one, it's clearly mentioned said send both the children to a boarding school immediately for 4 years, right? So 4 years is gone, and then this higher education will happen for 4 years. So we are taking Geet for reference here and not Roshan's because we don't know how much time his Roshan's education will take place, right? So let's go and we know that the present value in USD, right, which is 50,000 USD, right? And we also know that there are 3%, there will be 3% in the trip, right? And and what will be the, and we have to find the we have to find the Indian cost of the trip. So there are member at 3, and then the INR USD price is 66.76, right? So it's just we have to multiply all these three, right? It's simple as that. Times, right? So 50,000 multiplied by 3 multiplied by this. Got it? Simple. Okay. So now here's another trick is here the not only the escalation which is inflation is mentioned, but it's also mentioned that there will be it is expected that there will be a rupee depreciation of 2% also. So what is the trick here? So what is 2% of rupee depreciation? How to consider this into the problem, right? It is very simple actually. So the total inflation will be 2%, which is the rupee depreciation, and cost escalation, which is 3% per annum. So also 2% per annum, which is it's mentioned annual, right? And 3%. So the total inflation will be equals to 2% plus 3%. It's no brainer. So whenever you see that there is a rupee depreciation, you just have to add it to the cost escalation or the inflation, normal inflation of the certain cost of the certain value. Let's say it can be retirement, it can be marriage, it can be world trip, cruise, whatever it is. Whenever this situation comes, you just add it up with the rupee depreciation. Okay. Now you have the last part of the first part, the last field you can say. So we have to find the future value, right? So if we this is the red in part, as I told you, I should have written it here. Let me write it here. Time frame is 8 years. So the future cost will be, if we, this is the red, the NPER, this is the NPER, right? There is no PMT, PV is, this is PV. So we got our value, this is the value. So we have to, this we got the value of the world trip cruise after 8 years is this. Now the second part is where the problem is about, which is let's just read it out 1 second because this is very important. So Gurpreet will be allocating a certain amount of money from his entire equity portfolio. So let's look at his equity portfolio first. Okay, so it consists of MF, which is 26.47 lakhs. This consists of shares, which consists of 55.92 lakhs, and ELSS, which is 22.75 lakhs as of present value, which is 1st April 2017, right? And now it says that and redeem 20% of the accumulated amount 2 years prior to the trip. When is 2 years prior to the trip? Yes, 6 years at the end of 6th year. And then 40% 1 year prior to the trip, which is 7th year, at the end of 7th year, and the remaining when the trip is due, which is 8th year, right? The amount redeemed would be kept in risk-free instruments until utilization. Okay, so here we need the return of 2 instruments, which is one equity and the second is risk free, right? We can find it here. Equity is 11%, good, and the risk free is 5.5%. Now how do we solve this? We don't have one that what is the amount that needs to be taken. We can't you know reverse engineer it or reverse calculate it to find the amount which is needed. We can't find the present value from this future cost because of the reason that there will be 2 different instruments which has to be considered. One is equity and the second one is risk-free instrument, right? There will be shuffling of investment 2 years prior. If if it is not there, if it is one, if it is if it was not there, then there should not be any problem. You can easily calculate, reverse engineer it, reverse calculate it, and find out the problem easily. But here the trick is that the on the sixth and at the end of 6 year, the balance has to be transferred to the risk-free instrument, and some of the, let's say 20% of the accumulated amount has to be transferred, and then on the 7th year 40% of the amount has to be transferred. So this made the problem tricky, so we can't easily find out the problem. So what we can do here is we can simply take the amount that needs to be invested now. Here it's mentioned that what amount should be allocated immediately. We can take that as 100. Okay. So amount needs to be allocated. You remember when we used to solve those binary problems, so we used to take 100 as it's simple as 100 as assumption, and then used to as basic algebra, right? When used to solve that 100 for the future value, right? It's the same thing, we can do it here also. So we can divide it into two parts: equity and risk free instrument, right? Okay. So at the end of 6th year, why 6th year? Till 6th year it will be in equity, as it's in the problem. You can clearly see it. We will allocate the entire not a part of the equity portfolio and keep it there only. It's not redeeming it then and there. We will be redeeming it when 2 years prior to the trip, which is at the end of the 6th year, right? So we'll find out that. So if we have to find out if we, and the rate is equity, it will stay in equity. NPER is 6 at the end of 6th year. There is no PMT, there is PV of whatever 100. We'll take it as 100. So we have considered is that 100 rupees, if 100 rupees is invested, right? So we got the value at the end of 6th year. Now what will be the balance of this end of 6th year? Because there will be shuffling, there will be transferring of balance from equity to risk-free instruments. How? So this amount 20% goes to risk-free instrument, right? And the rest goes to A, right? Now at the end of 7th year, if I'm going fast, please refer to this Excel sheet and understand it yourself, because most of the thing is self-explanatory. I'll be sharing this sheet in the description of every videos, so you can download it and take it as a reference, right? Now so we have another year to extrapolate. So it's 149 rupees is there in equity and 37 rupees is there in risk-free instrument, right? So again we'll do a FV. The rate will be this, right? And the NPER will be 1, because from 6th year we are going to 7th year, right? There is no PMT, only the PV is 149.63. Enter. And the risk-free instrument will be, will also increase in value after a year, so we have to do that also. The rate is 5.50, NPER is 1, PMT is 0, and PV is minus 37.41, right? Okay, so the balance will be, so okay, now what it says that 40% will be transferred or will be redeemed and shifted to risk-free instruments now. So here it will be 40%, right, is 40%. So you have to put it in bracket because there is another original value, right, plus this one. Simple. And this minus. Okay. Let's copy this. Okay, this minus this P20 this. Right? Now we have to extrapolate again for 1 year. Right? We are in the end of 7th year. Now we have to reach to the end of 8th year. At the end of 8th year, right? Now again it's there in equity 99 rupees. We got the return. NPO is 1, PMT is 0, PV is minus 99 point something. We got it. And then what is there? For risk-free instrument, we have to extrapolate it for 1 more year. 5.5, NPR is 1, PMT is 0, PV is minus 105.90. And now we are in the end of 8th year, so we have to do a total this. So we got 222.35 paisa, right? So this is the valuation at the end of the 8th year. So what is this 222.35 rupees, right? This is this valuation. This is the future cost where we have to reach, right? This is the end cost which we already solved it. This is 1,47,95,238. We know what this 222 rupees is, but we don't know what this 100 rupees is. So just simple, we have to find out the 100 figure. What is that 100 figure? So simple, amount needed, actual amount, I should write actual amount which needs to be invested, right, equals to 100 multiplied by this divided by this. So we got this amount, which is 66,54,170 rupees. We can just bring it down to more visible, right? So we need the actual amount which needs to be allocated immediately from the entire equity portfolio is 66,54,171.